Welcome to the T-60 series of videos. In this video, we'll be discussing an overview of Group C and Group E QCI tests and the associated paperwork. In other videos of this series, we have reviewed Group A, B, and D. Group C and E are both wafer lot level Quality Conformance Inspection or QCI tests. This means they are done on every unique wafer lot of QMLV material, which can go on to form multiple assembly lots of finished goods. Group C is a life test, which consists of 1,000 hour burn-in at 125 degrees C, followed by electrical testing over temperature. Group E is radiation lot acceptance testing for total ionizing dose type of radiation, and it is only done for wafer lots that go on to become Radiation Hardness Assured, or RHA, finished goods. To go more in depth on Group C, 45 units are randomly tested from the units that have already gone through Group A. Then the 1,000 hour life test is performed at worst case, 125 degrees C, to make sure a wafer lot will not have any infant mortality, and to look for outlier wafer lots. The 45 units are then electrically tested again after the burn-in. This is what the Group C portion of the QCI paperwork that is in every shipment from TI will look like. A summary with wafer lot information, die name, and test date, along with a summary of the passing results. For QCI Group E, which is radiation lot acceptance testing, let's first define some terms. Total ionizing dose, or TID, is the radiation and ICCs from the slow buildup of charged particles over time. For space, this is typically defined in kilorads, abbreviated KRAD. Dose rate is how quickly the charged particles are introduced to the device. There are two dose rates that ICs are typically tested at: high dose rate, or HDR, and low dose rate, or LDR. High dose rate introduces radiation to an IC quickly, which allows it to reach the maximum radiation level it is being qualified for quickly, lowering cycle time for new builds. Low dose rate, however, is a more realistic version of how ICs will experience radiation in space, but can take a very long time to qualify a new wafer lot of material. As both dose rates can cause different types of failure mechanisms, one of them is typically considered worst case based on process and design details. At TI, the worst case is determined by testing both HDR and LDR on the first lot of material for an RHA device, and based on the data, deciding on the worst case for future lots. For most QMLV RHA devices, 22 units are randomly selected from a wafer lot, exposed to either HDR or LDR, and then tested over temperature. This qualifies the whole lot and guarantees the wafer lot will reach a specific TID level. Some QMLV RHA devices are RHA tested by wafer, where the wafer-to-wafer TID variation has shown to be of greater concern. This is an example of the paperwork that would be shipped with an RHA device, showing the wafer lot level information, dose rate, TID level, and summary of data. For Group E only, there is also a more detailed report showing the key parameters results pre and post radiation that is available from the QCI system or on TI.com. The TI.com radiation report also shows a test configuration and conditions. For more information or to find the right space part for you, please visit ti.com/space.